Hi, my name is Michelle. I studied the Bachelor of Environment and I majored in Urban Design and Planning. And this year I've just started a Master's degree in Urban Planning. I chose the Bachelor of Environment because I really liked the flexibility I had with the course. In the first year I was able to sample a range of subjects. I knew I was interested in urban planning, but I just wanted to see what else the course had to offer. And in second year, when I was able to pursue more urban design and planning, I felt that I'd made the right choice. And with the background I had in first year from all the different subjects, it was easy to see that with urban planning it is a multidisciplinary subject, so getting a background from all the other areas was very helpful. What I really like about studying at Melbourne is that you can come to the library or the architecture building and you can always find someone that's in that same subject or the same course, and you can talk about issues and problems or just even anything to do with the course, and it really helps in answering the questions and doing the assignments. So I really like that side of things. In third year we did the Urban Precinct Studio, which was the capstone subject for the whole Urban Design and Planning course, so it really brought all the elements together. So we started off with a brief that focused on town and gown, which was sort of looking at the Melbourne University campus, the Swanston Street Transect, and then the Carlton suburb. So what we did first in groups of 6 was we did a site analysis of the whole area, looking at the permeability of the site, looking at the connections across Swanston Street, how the Melbourne University and Carlton really related to each other, and building heights and everything to do with, just looking around the site. And then we got into groups of 3, which is when we really started to go into a bit more fine grain and look at what we were really interested in. So in our project we just saw the Swanston Street Transect as just an opportunity to bridge the town and gown, Melbourne University and Carlton. At the moment it's a tram terminal, so it's completely blocked off, you can't walk over, and we felt that that really was sort of harmful in a way to Carlton and Melbourne University, their interaction, because you can't just easily just walk across, and it really does create this sort of dead space on the Carlton side of Swanston Street, and we were just looking at ways to revitalise that area. It's all student housing at the moment, so we're thinking of ways that you can revitalise it by maybe putting in housing for different ages, different people, different families, and things that can just bring more people to the area, because at the moment we see a lot of people between 9 and 5, and a lot of them are students. And what we really wanted to do was to come up with a design response that would engage people in the site throughout the day and also throughout the night. So in addition to looking at sort of housing and things like that, we also looked at a cultural side of things. So our group decided to focus on culture, and we wanted to really bring culture into the site, something for people to come into, people to come in from the city to look at, and so that was a big focus for us. Yeah, some of the other interesting subjects I did was morphological mapping and the disaster resilient city. Morphological mapping was really good because we got to just sort of improve on our skills in mapping and just map different things that we might encounter when we're doing a site analysis or a site visit, and we did that in conjunction in the same semester as the Urban Precinct Studio, so it was good because we were able to use those skills with the Urban Precinct Studio, and it really did help with the site analysis and just visualising our findings. Especially with morphological mapping, we just focused on the one site, the Elizabeth Street Transect, and we mapped different things like permeability, building heights, building uses, and it's just good to see it all on a map, and you just get to know the site and get to know things about it, so you can really analyse it and use it to help. So in my master's course we're doing planning theory and history, and that's really good just to get a background of the theory and history behind urban planning and what's happened before and what really are the drivers of cities, so that's really helpful for that. And then we're doing another subject called analytical methods, which is really interesting, and we're able to look at data and use formulas and maths just to interpret it, so that one's really helpful. And then also we're doing planning law and statutory planning, which really is a good insight into statutory planning and planning schemes and the Planning Act, and it just gives a really good background, and a really good direction for those of us that want to go into statutory planning. And then our last subject is economies of cities and regions, which is just pretty much how economics relates to planning and how together they can really help to form a city or hinder a city. So that's really helpful as well. My advice to students if they want to pursue urban design and planning is just to have a look at the Bachelor of Environments and look at the first year subjects, and if any of them interest them, then they should really think about it as an option, because once they get in and once they do first year, they can easily change to another major. And the great thing about the Bachelor of Environments is that all the majors do relate, they are in the same field, and the background information you get from each subject will really help with any of the majors.